Hawthorn have been this way before. They're the hardened finals experts who know just what to expect of a grueling finals fight. Big guns, including the Hawks in round 20, and they've won. But their last finals appearance is now but a faint memory. The Bulldogs are low on finals experience, but high in the beliefs of their dreams. Tonight, on Seven's Big League, they face each other in the first step to finals glory.
And a very good evening, everyone. Welcome to Seven's Big League, and tonight a special edition and featuring the qualifying final this afternoon at the Melbourne Cricket Ground and in absolutely ideal conditions. The teams this afternoon, first of all, Footscray were the initial side out onto the ground, and the Bulldogs had left out Gronewegan, Neil Cordy and Rod McPherson from the 23 that they named on Thursday night. Hawthorn left out Curran, Howard and Abbott from their 23. The ground in absolutely ideal conditions, and the Hawthorn banner a treat to the cheer squad, as was that put up by the Footscray fans as well. They lined up like this. Footscray elected to have Bahajar and Malin on the bench, perhaps an interesting selection, as they would indeed be two of the players with finals experience. Peart was at half forward and Bandlet lined up in the forward pocket. Hawthorn, Robertson and Eade were preferred on the bench. Chris Mew had the job of minding Simon Beasley in the goal square, and Schwab had the job of lining up on the elusive Bandlet. And today's meeting of two of the Cinderella sides in the VFL was the first time since the 1961 Grand Final that indeed they had clashed on the Melbourne Cricket Ground in September. For Footscray too, today marked their first finals outing since 1976, but they went in against a side that had lost only one of 6 qualifying finals since 1975, and that was to Carlton in 1982, a match in which the Blues kicked 11 goals for in the third quarter. This year, the Hawks and the Bulldogs have shared success. Hawthorn winning by 19 points at Princes Park in round 9, but Footscray swearing the ledger with a 5-point win in the Bog at the Western Oval in round 20. During the week, Footscray reappointed Mick Malthouse as their coach for the next 2 years. This afternoon, though, was really to be his baptism of fire. At the cricket ground, we pick up the action tonight at the start of the first quarter. And with me in the commentary box are Lou Richards and Triple Brownlow medalist Bob Skilton.
First quarter of the 1985 qualifying final from Melbourne Cricket Ground, Hawthorn versus Footscray. Excellent crowd in attendance. The weather couldn't be better. Byrne and Purser. First one won by Byrne, thumps it further downfield, some 10 or 15 metres. Hardy gets offloaded with a good hip and shoulder by Brereton. That could set the tone for the afternoon. Hardy gets first kick of the match. He's had plenty this year. Could almost be on the shoulder, that one. Umpire Rowan Saws has found a free kick, plays the advantage well to Footscray. They swing into attack. Ball driven up toward the full forward position. Edmund. What a great mark that was.
He got a beautiful run off his teammate P at that time, Bob.
Yes, he certainly did, Lou, and as you watch on replay, that's a great mark by Jimmy Edmund, and that's a great leadership. But unfortunately, he's gone for a short pass, and so Russell Morris taking it, getting a 15-metre penalty, so not a good piece of play there. That's a beautiful kick, isn't it?
Good 65 metres in that one. I'm not exaggerating. Foster and Brereton. Foster gets offloaded by Matthews. The umpire says it wasn't a fair bump.
I thought it was a fair bump because Foster had his head ducked down there.
Then you cannot hit a man in the head, Lou,
No.
so...
Whether he's got the head down or not. Byrne was the flyer with Peart. Royal. Now there's a free kick paid here as well. It's going to
Byrne.
To Byrne. Well, I'll bow to you on that one, Bob. I didn't see that one at all.
Dead set in the back, Pete.
Byrne from right half-back flank. Brereton was the flyer, misjudged it completely. He comes down with the ball, gets ridden into the ground, socket away. Chance for Matthews. Langford. Ford. Deep into Domenico, close to the boundary line. Gets a hoof at it.
Too high.
Out of bounds on the fall.
Too high, that, Pete.
And Birdie will have the free kick right on the boundary line. And right in front of the Footscray cheer squad, so they'll be getting plenty of advice over there. There's not much doubt about that. Not a bad kick for goal either, this fellow. Started the season in poor form, had a few games in the reserves, but in the latter part of the year has been playing well. The kick, though, leaves a little to be desired, and the first score of the match comes up at the 2-minute mark, one behind to the Hawks.
Well, the Hawks a point in front. Bertie Di Pierdomenico had a chance to score a goal, waiting for the ball to come back into play. Jim Sewell playing at fullback. He was named in the interchange players, but he's made the grade. There's the kick. It's not a good one. The back is hard. He goes the punch. away from DP Domenico, and the ball is out of bounds. It can't be on here today. I'll tell you what, there's DP Domenico and Hardy having a bit of a go. This could be a pretty tough game here today, Bob.
Yes, I think both sides are going to approach it in a physical manner. Hawthorn about to atone for their defeat the other week, and Footscray just play that way anyway.
Well, Callett got that knocked down. Finally, there's a hand pass coming out, and Russo drives the ball high up there towards full forward. As it go now for Dunstall. He picks it up, a hand pass to length, but he's slung to the ground by Cordy. In goes Kennedy. He can't get clear either. And finally, the ball is knocked out by Kennedy. Punched on by Sewell. A chance now for Green to pick it up. He fumbles, gets it back to Brewer. Another fumble. Plenty of fumble. Nearly a free kick as Daniel picks up the ball. There's only a free kick that time to Brereton. A long hand pass coming out there to Purser. And Footscray get the ball away from the danger zone. A good mark taken out here by Hawkins. They're having a bit of a wrestle again. As I said, it could be on for Young, and there's a box on out there with Daniels. Daniels and Russell having a box on too. You can see them in the foreground of the screen there. 15-metre penalty against DP Domenico. Hawkins gave him a nice bath the last time these two sides met. Back it goes now to Royal. Royal right on the boundary line for Footscray. Hooks the ball back towards the centre-half forward position. No one there for Footscray. Safe mark by Lester Smith and a good pass over to Russo. Back it goes to Morris at centre field. He goes for a pass too. It's a ripper. And marked by Little Loveridge. Hawthorn scaling out pretty well. Short pass. And Morris coming right down from that half-back flank. Takes the mark around about the centre-half forward area. He'll be about 55 metres out from goal.
Tell you what, Louis, a pretty good kick
yes,
too.
He's a very good kick, this young fellow. He's had a very good season for Hawthorn. There's the kick by Morris. That's a long kick. Won't quite make the distance. Purser flies. Couldn't hold the mark. Loveridge goes in. Spreading his way through the Packers. Russo, he's put it through for their first goal. So it's Hawthorn, 1 goal, 7 points. The Footscray yet to score at the 4.5-minute mark of this first quarter of the qualifying final for 1985.
It's an excellent goal by Peter Russo. As we watch on replay, a nice kick from Russell Morris. And the pack flying. The Footscray defence getting it down. And Loveridge leaving it for Russo. And an excellent snap by Peter Russo, who has started off on a half-forward flank after being selected on the week.
Hawthorn by 7 at the 5-minute mark of the opening term. Byrne, Hardy. Hardy's kick short to the outer wing. Royal and Green. Green in front. Now it's Royal's turn. Both go over. Hawkins picks the ball up. It's gone for a hand pass.
That's a free kick to Royal for one in the back, plus 15 metres here, Pete.
Royal a short pass to left half forward. Not a good or well-delivered kick. Looking for Bandit. Now McLean is there. McLean gets around Wallace in towards the 10-metre square and forward pocket over the boundary line from the Hawthorn defence. And it will be a boundary throw in only a few metres from the behind post. Hawthorn coach's box was at the Footscray one. Knocked down to Green. Hardy. It's a hurried hand pass. McLean breaks one tackle. Royal. Snapshot left forward pocket out of bounds on the full or behind. It's the former, and it will be a free kick to Hawthorn to be taken in the right back pocket.
Footscray making hard work of attack down there at the moment, Bob.
Well, I think Hawthorn are putting a lot of pressure on them, Lou, and that's the main reason.
Byrne playing in front, down to Wallace. Hurried hand pass, back to Morris. Morris over the top of the pack, not a good hand pass again. DP Domenico, good hip and shoulder. Opens it up though for Royal. Royal's kick is a short one around the boundary line. Green. Disposal usually good, not so. Yes, it is so on this occasion. Wallace courage. Front of Hardy.
That was courage.
I'll say it was. Hardy had his name on that one. Brereton and Buckenara. Good shepherd enables Buckenara to gain possession. He's gone for a short pass, finds Brereton in the boundary line. Gets around forward. Not a good hand pass to Matthews. Matthews may make amends. Left foot snapshot from the Hawthorn skipper. Looks good. Hawthorn second.
That was a great goal by Matthews. A left footer too, Bob.
And Hawthorn setting up the play-on game there. As we see the scoreboard, 2-1-13 with Footscray yet to score. And it's just what Hawthorn would have liked. There's one on replay. We see Buckenara give the short one. Brereton a long hand pass. It wasn't a good hand pass, but the bounce was favourable for Matthews. And in typical Matthews fashion, you could just see the eye on the ball, and away he went.
Just over the 7-minute mark of the first quarter of the qualifying final of 1985. 13 points the difference in favour of Hawthorn. Picked up here by Green. He's had a great start, and so has this fella Morris. as he boots the ball long, looking for Brown. It's over the head of Russo. Taps it on. DP Domenico rushes after it, and the ball is out of bounds, out there on the centre wing position.
I'm sure fans would remember that when Footscray did beat Hawthorn a few weeks back, Hawthorn opened up with 4 goals, I think, before Footscray scored.
That's right, Bob.
Scored one further for the match.
But you can't afford to give starts in finals as the ball is knocked out by Kennedy. Then again by Brian Cordy. Back there towards Green. Green coming in, assisted here by Morris. Down he goes. That was a good tackle by McPherson. Umpire called play on. We see Wallace thrown to the ground, but the umpire said the ball was held to him by Bamblett.
That was a free kick to Hawthorn before that, actually.
Umpire will ball it up on Footscray's half-forward line, about 70 metres out from their goal. They're yet to score. Ball pushed out again. Hardy comes in. It's a short pass from McLean. It's a good one. He couldn't hold that time. The one pushed out. There's a go now. As we see Beasley push it out to big Edmund, but he kicked it off the ground, or got his big foot in the way, and the ball is kicked over the line and out of bounds.
He's bad luck that, because Edmund was clear.
Ball out of bounds in the forward pocket position for Footscray, about 10 metres around from their goal, and they're yet to score one. The ball back into play. Beasley got the punch out, goes after it again, misses the ball. In is Edmund. He's grabbed too high. He's got a free kick for sure. This could be their first goal.
Shocking tackle.
At least it'll be their first score, because he's only about 20 metres out from goal, directly in front. And watch that again, Bob.
Yes, we'll watch on replay.
Very poor tackle, Bob.
The tackle's certainly too high. Not a doubt in the world about that one.
Well, Edmund coming in to put their first goal on the ball. That's providing he's accurate enough, of course, but usually a very good kick for goal. And, of course, he's got to set the example. He's the skipper of the side. Taking plenty of time to have this shot. There she is on its way. And there's no doubt about it. It's a goal. So the scoreboard, Footscray 1 goal, 6 points to Hawthorn, 2 goals, 1 13.
A good start so far. So Footscray wanting that goal. They just couldn't afford to let Hawthorn get a 3-goal break. And so a very handy goal to the Bulldogs. And it's always nice when it comes from your skipper, because it's good leadership.
However, as I said before, not a good tackle. It was clearly a free kick, and Edmund made no mistake. 10 minutes gone, first quarter. Hawthorn by 7 points. Vernon Purser. Purser marginally gets that one out. DP Domenico has a fresh air shot. Like a dust bowl out there. Hand pass comes out for Wallace for Footscray. Gets clear of Handley. Wallace down towards left half forward. Big pack of players out there. Not one by Bandit. Picked up by Morris again for Hawthorn.
Had a fine start here today, Pete.
Yes, he's playing well at the moment. Wallace again for Footscray. Marks in front of Kennedy. Steve Wallace, left half forward flank for the Bulldogs. Plenty of distance in that kick. Here's was the flyer for Hawthorn. Bandit. Can he gather it in? Caught by Wallace. Good tackle, that one. Ayres and Beasley both miss it. Hardy trying to pick it up, just about there. Snaps off the goal for Footscray by McPherson. 4 points. Great snapshot, that one. 1 point the difference. 11 minutes gone.
I think the sheer persistence of Hardy helped there, Bob. He couldn't pick the ball up, but he kept at it. You watch this in a moment.
Well, the same thing applied to Bandit. Bandit forced the ball forward, run past Beasley. Hardy coming in, desperately trying. He could have easily got a free kick there, and McPherson picking it up and snapping truly, similar to Lee Matthews at the other end. So the game and the scores pretty level at the moment.
Footscray trailed by 1 point at the 11.5-minute mark. First quarter knocked away by Purser. Now Footscray another chance. It's picked up by Daniels. Daniels' kick is a short one down towards the left half forward flank. In fact, it bounces back towards the wing position. And the ball taken over the boundary line by Buckenara, and we'll see a boundary throw-in.
Just on the 12-minute mark of the first quarter, a point the difference in favour of Hawthorn. Purser and Byrne having a duel there as the ball is knocked out now to Wallace. The most prolific kick getter they got in the business. Loveridge gets a hand pass over to DP Domenico. Back it goes to Russo. A long kick up there towards Dunstall. He's grabbed the mark. That was a fine mark. That was a real goal. He's marked that one.
Great mark.
Great mark to Dunstall. He's right on the boundary line, about 30 metres out from goal. Watch that again.
They're the desperation things that, well, they make finals, don't they?
Certainly do on the banana bender. Coming in for his kick, number 19, Jason Dunstall, playing his 13th league game. There it is on its way. And that deserves a goal. The mark is worthy of that, and that's a goal.
Not a bad kick for goal, is he?
No, a beautiful kick. I think that was a rather credible reward, Bob, for the kick.
I think for a kid to come out of Queensland in his first season of football to do what Dunstall has done is an exceptional effort. And we watched on replay now the mark by Jason Dunstall, and that was worthy of any play.
So it's 7 points the difference, and into this quarter by just on 13 minutes. The centre bounce. 3 goals, 1-19. Hawthorn to Footscray, 2 goals, 12 points. Byrne against Purser. Well, actually, neither got control. That one knocked out by the little fellow Loveridge, but pouncing on the ball was Callett. Sends it back there towards half forward. Pert overruns the ball. He tries to recover, goes after it again. That'll be a free kick for sure. Silly play on the part of Lester Smith. Could be a 15-metre penalty. Peart at centre-half forward, goes for the long kick, looking for Beasley, but he's pretty well grabbed. There's a 15-metre penalty here, I would say.
I don't think it's 15 metres. He's just bringing it back.
No, it's a free kick going to Lester Smith.
Well, I don't know what happened there, Bob. Perhaps you saw it, did you?
Well, the umpire indicating he was held behind play, Lou.
I think someone might have biffed him one too. The ball drops short, and a mark taken here by Daniels.
Poor kick, that one.
Daniels kick us over half forward. Chance for Hardy, doesn't drop those. He's got it. He's nearly played on. He's thinking about it anyway, but he's gone back for his kick, and he's short of centre-half forward for Footscray. Oh, that's a terrible kick. He's kicked it straight there to Loveridge, and that's dynamite. Over to Wallace. Back it goes to Swab. Back to Buckenau, and he boots it high back towards the centre of the ground. No one can take the mark. Pouncing on it now is Hanley, and this fella shows a lot of dash. One of the recruits of the year as he gets away from his opponents, leaves them for dead. A long kick looking for Matthews. At the back of Sill, couldn't take the mark. Matthews and Ford go after this one, and it goes for the boundary line and out of bounds in the Hawthorn forward pocket position. Hawthorn score. They're 3 goals, 1-19 to Footscray, 2 goals, 12 points.
Hanley going everywhere with Royal.
Worthy of praise, too, that effort from Chopper Handley. Purser can't get clear. That was almost a throw, too. Picked up by Wallace. Snapshot is just about there. It's a goal! Oh, can he get boot the ball quickly? Almost as good as Magoo Law in his prime. 4-1-25 to 2 goals. Great kick by Wallace.
Won by 15.
Got the ball out there now towards the half-forward line. And Brereton's grabbed that. Foster got up a bit early, misjudged it completely. A short pass. Hanley's grabbed it again. And, of course, he hasn't started off too bad in his first quarter either.
He started off well, Lou, and
He just about kicked this.
Well, Hanley...
replay, we watched the mark, a juggling mark, but he kept his eye on the ball all the way, and he is within kicking distance.
Well,
accuracy, the thing that we've got to wait on.
He's only about 35 metres out. It's a left footer towards the goals, and it's pretty good. It's a goal. So Hawthorn at the 24.5-minute mark are looking really good. 5 goals, 5-35 to Footscray, 2 goals, 2-14.
This will young Robert Hanley. And I must say, my old mate Ray Biffin has been telling me for 2 years that Hanley is a player of the future. And he was quite upset that Hawthorn hadn't put him into the side earlier in the piece, because he is absolutely wrapped in him.
Approaching the time-on period of the first quarter. Handley's first goal. Chance for the Bulldogs now as McLean drives them forward. To Beasley and Mew, knocked away by the Hawthorn defender. 3 Footscray players are there. Bandlet should get there first. He does. Just about caught. Breaks that tackle beautifully. Almost out of bounds. Still in bounds. Short pass out in front of goal. Edmund marks.
Wonderful play by Bandlet on that occasion. Under a bit of pressure, but even though the pressure was there, he very calmly and coolly steadied and had a look around, saw Edmund on his own. And so the number 9 that we see waddling down there is Les Bandlet, and a beautiful pass across to Jim Edmund.
Jim Edmonds only about 25 metres out from goal, directly in front. He's kicked one already. I think he's hooked that one slightly. And it's out of bounds. Edmund marking well today, Bob, isn't he, under these conditions?
Well, he is a great mark, Jimmy Edmund. That is the greatest forte of his play. And it was a good pass then, though, from Bandlet.
Beasley and Langford. A line ball, that one. McPherson tries to crash through, not successful. There's boots it out wide. I don't think much science in that. The mark taken by Alan Daniels. Daniels a little bit closer in than right half forward. Lead made by Edmund. Daniels not a bad kick as a rule. He can get this one pretty close. Torpedo punt kick in towards the full forward pocket. Bandlet hit the post, so that's a post to reach.
He tried to find Hardy there, and of course he couldn't get it past the post, Pete.
2-3 to 5-5, a difference of 20 points in the first quarter, which is 26 minutes, 20 seconds old.
While Hawthorn Footscray are playing this sort of football, Beasley won't kick goals because there's too many people around him, Bob.
He certainly is, Lou, and Chris Mew's hard enough to play against at any time. And what a great mark to McPherson. That's Peart, I mean. Peart running the wrong way, and that's a lovely mark to Peart. He does show plenty of courage, everything he does.
Beasley again in Mew. We've seen that a few times. Good tackle by Bahaja. No, he said it wasn't a good tackle. He didn't have the ball. And so the free kick going to Hawthorn's Loveridge. Loveridge, a short pass, looking for Lester Smith. Not a good one. Lester Smith crashes into the back of Purser. Umpire lets play continue. Langford's kick was well smothered by McPherson. That was good play. McPherson gets around Langford. Shrugs the tackle beautifully. He's gone for a short pass. Edmund again. Another great mark.
Lester Smith in trouble, Pete.
He's done a knee, or
Could be a knee too. It looks so it's pretty serious.
left knee.
My golly, he doesn't look too good, Pete.
That's very bad news for Hawthorn.
That's a real blow because he's been their most consistent defender this year.
He's coming off. He's gone. So Bob Edmund, Jim Edmund, it's his brother Bob, who's the weightlifter. Edmund into the goal square. Beasley and Mew playing in front and decides to play on. He's gone for a long kick out towards the half-back line. In fact, it's carried further than that. Mammoth distance. Kennedy for Footscray may get there first. No, he doesn't. Down goes Matthews. Burn for Hawthorn. Tries to break one tackle. Gets it back to DP Domenico. Just about smothered that kick. Chance for Callett at right half-back flank, and he picks it up beautifully. Callett. No one running at him. And well shepherded. Now DP Domenico comes in. Still well shepherded, and Callett gets Footscray out of danger and up to their half-forward line where a good mark is taken by Schwab.
Strong mark by Schwab as he boots the ball back to the centre of the ground. Russo's got the wide open space. It sends it up towards the full forward position off the top of the pack. Brereton skips the goal for sure. Oh, good play on the part of Brereton. Scouted out beautifully that time. That's goal number 1, and Footscray 2 goals, 3-15 to Hawthorn, 6-5, 41.
Continue for Hawthorn. He received treatment from the trainers and did not actually leave the ground. The knock on the knee, not as bad as at first thought. We rejoin the match now in the second quarter, some 19 and a half minutes in. Hawthorn leading by 43 points.
Knocked down by Byrne. No one getting out of that pack. Finally it's left to Foster for Footscray to get clear. Good mark. Hawkins.
I'd say he's on top of DP Domenico, Bob.
Yes, he's doing a good job, Lou. It's a good duel
this time. Picked up by DP Domenico. As Bob said, a good duel. And Footscray's defence combining a little bit better now. Moving it once again over the boundary line, and it will again be a boundary throw.
Pete, they're dropping the safe marks, and that's fatal here today. You can't afford to drop those marks in finals.
No, but as we mentioned, Lou, they all look easy from up here, don't they? Byrne takes it too easily. Too easily if you're a Footscray defender, that is, and puts it through for a goal. And that's his first goal.
Great play by Russo there on that occasion.
Yes, he saw the big fellow going past. 9-10, 64 to 2-3-15.
And Peter Russo, as he watch on replay, Byrne going for the tap, he puts it over, Brereton forcing it forward, and there's Russo falling, never at any stage getting rattled or anything, and he took a beautiful hand pass through to Byrne, who snapped the goal.
So Michael Byrne's first goal. 64 plays 15 in Sevens Big League. Second quarter action, 64 plays 15 in the qualifying final.
And Footscray haven't scored since 11 minutes into the first quarter. Just on the 21-minute mark of this quarter, the second. Bit of a fumble going on, picked up now by Sill, drives the ball up there towards Beasley, but Mew's got him well covered, taps the ball down, knocked over there to Ayres. Backing up well as usual is Green, right on his tail is Mallor, but he gets away from him pretty easily. This attack of Footscray's not putting up much fight at all as it goes out to Langford. He's been one of their best players, but good play on the part of Wallace. Sill gets a hand pass back to Daniels. They're messing about. Is that a free kick? It'll be home the man.
He had the ball.
So the ball picked up here by Daniels now. Goes for the long kick to Beasley and Mew again. Beasley comes across. He's got the mark. But they've got to give this guy plenty of room, because if they give him room, he's got a chance to mark. And that's the first time he's had a chance to get to the open spaces.
And we watch on replay as an excellent diving mark by Beasley, but he hasn't had a lot of room down there, as Lou has continually said. Footscray's forwards really bottling things up for Beasley.
Now, Beasley would be about 35 to 40 metres out directly in front, so he should cover the distance okay. Just a matter of accuracy. They badly need this goal at the 22.5-minute mark, just about. There she is on its way. But he's off target. You can't blame him for that because he hasn't had much kicking practice at goal. I think he's only had one kick for the match. So it's 9 goals, 10-64 Hawthorn, to Footscray 2 goals, 4-16 as we wait now for the ball to come back into play. It's a real team effort by Hawthorn so far. They've had many good players and they're playing as a team. That's the way to win matches. Bursa flies high and takes the mark at centre half forward. Goes for a quick pass down into Edmonds, got the mark. Now he's dead in front and he'd be no more than 25-30 metres out from goal. He's had 6 marks for the match so far, Edmund. He's been pretty quiet this quarter, like all the other forwards up there for Footscray.
The defence, when they say they're quiet, it's taking a bit away from Hawthorn's defence. They've teamed together perfectly so far in this quarter.
There's the kick by Edmund on its way. Hit the post, so they're not having much luck, Footscray, at the 23-minute mark of this second quarter.
What's that old saying of yours, Lou?
When you're hot, and when you're not, you're not. So it's 9 goals, 10-64 Hawthorn, to Footscray 2 goals, 5-17, really struggling.
Loveridge back on, Robertson off.
Well, Loveridge has been a very good player, but as I said before, they've got many out there today. The pack fly, and Sill couldn't hold that mark. Purser goes for hand pass, but it's spun it over to Lester Smith. He's grabbed again, he's lost it. Back it comes down on McLean, walks nicely, hooks the ball back to the half-forward line. Edmund overran the ball. Now it's a battle between Bandit and Swab. It's Bandit in the front position, trying to get away from Swab, but he won't give him an inch. He finally takes the ball away from good play on the part of Swab. Out it goes to Russell. I think Peter mentioned before, he's played a great game too to Wallace. Over it goes now, a little Loveridge streaming down there over the half-forward line. Has one bounce, one long shot at goal. It's a good kick. Will it make it? And it's through for 1 point. And by golly, do they move that ball quickly when they get going, Hawthorn. 9 goals, 11-65 Hawthorn, to Footscray 2 goals, 5-17 as we approach the 24.5-minute mark of this second quarter.
Mark taken by Hawkins in the back pocket for Footscray. Hawkins kicked to centre wing. Morris and McPherson over the top. Sewell.
And now it's centre half forward, Pete.
Sewell on left centre wing. Got over his shoulder, really. Really looked where he was kicking it. Wallace. Edmund. Certainly playing a good captain's game, Edmund. With 6 marks so far. Bandit and Schwab. Bandit, great recovery. He'll kick a goal from there, make no mistake about that.
That was a great recovery, Pete. I think you described that very well.
Amazing recovery by Bandit. Footscray's 3rd goal, their first this quarter, incidentally. 3-5-23 to 9-11-65.
Yes, and Les Bandit extremely quick over the first 5 or 10 metres, and his recovery, we watch on replay now. He was actually on the ground, quick to get up, quick to recover, and equally quick to put ball onto boot, and no mistake about it.
Yes, he doesn't have many opportunities, Bandit. Watching that from another angle, he'll probably still kick a goal from this angle as well,
I reckon.
It's excellent play by Les Bandit.
Into the centre, 25.5 minutes gone in the quarter. Greenover runs the ball, the opportunity for Bandit again. And Hawthorn backing up though through Schwab. Schwab's gone for a pass out the left half forward, too long for Russo. And Hardy dummies the hand pass and finally disposes of it out towards the wing position, which wasn't good because it's...
He had nowhere to go though, Pete, so I think he deliberately put it out, bouncing it out.
65 plays 23, 26 minutes into the quarter. Boyle. Up to half forward, Lester Smith, good mark over the top of Sewell. Lester Smith transferring play towards the member stand side. Russell Green takes the mark, just about one of Hawthorn's best players, Green. It's around Bandit. Lester Smith at centre field, should go long. Brereton has the mark, has he? Yes, says umpire Rowan Saws. Now, Brereton is an unpredictable kick. He's able to kick at the country mile. Will slew it off the side of the boot. No half measures. See if he goes for the long shot. He has, but he's hooked it slightly. Burns there. Got 2 hands to it. Couldn't take the mark. Out comes Russo. Just about caught. Back to Wallace. A high kick. I don't think will get the distance. Into the goal square. Byrne and McPherson in front. Brereton out to Kennedy. Kennedy just about caught, gets it back to Handley. Handley shoots at goal, and that's 4 points. Handley's second goal, the first Hawthorn player to kick 2. It's Hawthorn's 10th, 10-11-71 to 3-5-23.
And that was great play on the part of Kennedy too, Bob.
It certainly was, Lewis. We watch now. Wallace puts the ball high in the air. Brereton and Byrne. Ford punches the ball away. Not Byrne. It was taken by Kennedy in a quick hand pass as he was falling to the ground by Kennedy. Handley finishing it off, and there's Robert Handley right now, number 37.
27 and a half minutes gone, 71 plays 23 in favour of Hawthorn. Second quarter, ball knocked out by Purser, grabbed by Royal. The ball goes back now up towards the half-forward line. No one there for Footscray, an easy mark taken by Green. Well, they've had many good players down there in defence. They've all combined very well. They're a strong defence when they're really playing on top. Over to Lester Smith. And they're letting their players run wild. Footscray as the ball goes out wide now to Miles. He hasn't been a bad player either. Takes the mark out there on the centre wing position. There's DP Domenico making a lead. He's found him. Punched away that time by McLean. Pushed on again by McPherson. Back it goes to Hawkins in a bit of trouble. Well tackled by DP Domenico. It comes back there now to length for the hand pass to Wallace. This looks dangerous. Runs to an open goal and he's put it through for goal number 11. That's his second. He's played a great game in the centre too, Terry Wallace. 11-11-77. The Footscray 3-5-23.
54 points. Was it to be a match-winning one? We pick up the play now. At the 8-minute mark of the third quarter, Footscray have reduced the deficit by 1 point. It's 53 points in favour of the Hawks in the qualifying final.
Gone for the long kick, and that's the best way to play this ground. Oh, great mark to Dunstall. And the banana bender's got it only about 25 metres out from goal. Directly in front of this will be goal number 2 if he's successful.
Showed exceptional judgment to mark Burns' kick. It could have gone anywhere.
Okay, into this quarter by just on the 8.5-minute mark. And it's 55 points the difference. This could make it 61 if he's successful. There's the kick. Now that's a goal. No, it hit the post. I didn't see that, Pete.
No, I must admit that the people behind the goal didn't cheer too much.
So the difference now, 79 plays 25. Ball back into play again. At the back there was Hawkins, couldn't take them out. Hardy comes in, he's fumbled. That's been the way they've played all day, fumbling. This allows Loveridge to get it over now to Wallace. Another hand pass to Brown, and back it goes now to Kennedy. Fumbled the ball, but he kicks it off the ground. Coming in to meet it now is Dunstall. Ducked. Oh, this is good play. He'll get a goal out of it. Oh, that's brilliant play on the part of Dunstall. He's shaving up very well down there at full forward today for goal number 2.
Yes, magnificent play, but I think on that occasion you could say luck's a fortune because as we see Handley get it across now to Wallace. Wallace gives it on to Brereton. Brereton's long hand pass kicked off the ground that time by Kennedy. Now we see Dunstall slips at the vital moment. Kennedy misses him completely, but Dunstall very calmly, really took complete control of the situation after slipping.
2 goals to Dunstall. 9.5 minutes into the third quarter. 85 plays 25 on Sevens Big League. The qualifying final from the MCG. Knocked down by Langford. Loveridge had it and then lost it, crashing his way through as Royal. In there to help him as Purser. Picked up by Maven. Loses that one out. Chance for Green. Got bowled over. Out to DP Domenico. His kick out towards the centre wing position. 2-on-1 out there. Hardy wins out for Footscray. Gathers it in beautifully. And well shepherded. Hardy long. Up towards half forward. Lester Smith though. Great mark. And cops one for his corner. 6 marks to Lester Smith. Got a very nasty knock on the knee in the second, what might have been the first quarter. He seems to have recovered okay. Not the best of disposals that time, but Green chips it in front of Royal to take the mark. Kick did drop a little bit short. Green to Loveridge. Loveridge at half-back. Brings it out wide, trying to find Kennedy. Misses the mark. Callett crashes his way through. Callett from left centre wing, or close to half-forward flank. He'll lob that one in the forward pocket. Just about a mark to Edmund, or is he playing the man in front? Line ball that one, but I guess if there is a line ball, it does go to the man in front. Ayres out to Loveridge. Loveridge from half-back. Short again. Morris almost had his name on that one, but looking for a free kick. None there. 85 plays 25 at the MCG. Qualifying final action on Sevens Big League. We're in the third quarter. Langford against Hawkins this time. Perhaps too unlikely ruckman. It'll be in the back, I guess.
I think so.
Hawkins on left centre wing to take the free kick for Footscray. Edmund. Mark number 8. Edmund at half forward. A fair way out from goal. He's still inside the square. Footscray skipper does go long, looking for Beasley. Muse there again, almost outmarked him. He's gaining in confidence. That's just about dropping it. It is. Free kick to Footscray. A hot spud is the terminology, I think.
It was good work on the part of Beasley that time, Bob, because he'd lost the mark. It looked as though Mew was going to grab it. He could have easily given up then, but he went after him again.
It was a good tackle. He took his eye off the ball at no stage, and so he's got the chance now of kicking his first goal.
Oh, he's missed it, I think. No, he has. Unbelievable. He can't believe it, and I don't think any of the 60,000 people here can believe it either.
Neither could the Footscray bench.
That was a shocker. Well, they're trailing by 59 points. And when you start missing those easy ones, that certainly doesn't help the morale of the team. Finally, it comes out here now to Kennedy on that wing position. Goes for a pass, looking for Matthews. Getting over the back of Matthews was Cordy. Oh, picked up by Langford. This could be a goal coming up. Right across the face. Dunstall couldn't get there in time. And it's through for another point. So it's 60 points the difference again. 86 plays 26 as we approach the 13-minute mark of this third quarter. Short pass. Hawkins. Not that many good players. We'd have to put him as they're just about their best play. He was flattened after he kicked the ball that time by Brereton. Umpire coming over to talk to him. Must give these fellas a bit of a scare with them.
Brereton coming in, didn't lift the elbow, fortunately for Brereton. The hip and shoulder. Kennedy coming out and remonstrating, and that's silly at this stage.
Well, we see breaking clear now up there on the wing position. Still getting himself into plenty of trouble as forward, but he finally gets the kick over the half-forward line. There's Lester Smith. That was a great mark taken by the Hawthorn defender down there at half-back.
He's a fine player, hasn't he?
Well, yes, Bob, and I think we've said this many times. People, we get to see him play a bad game this year. We've seen Hawthorn play quite a few times.
He's been very consistent.
Certainly has. The ball comes out of the pack that time and throwing the ball. The free kick will go to Footscray. It'll go to Watts.
How can you penalise the player who's made the play?
So when you see look through Footscray's best players, you're struggling to find 3 or 4 good players, Bob.
You certainly are, Lou. But they've boosted their game in this quarter, though, at least putting pressure on Hawthorn in this term. The Footscray defence, once again, doing a fine job.
There's Handley going for a short kick. It's okay. Picked up by Loveridge. And this fella's played well, too, to double. He's played well the last 4 or 5 weeks. We see the ball going back to Langford. And Langford certainly given big Purser plenty of carry today after giving so much height away, too. Ball over the half-forward line. Byrne comes in, grabs the ball off the pack. A hand pass to Russo. Back it goes to Matthews. Matthews is grabbed by Kennedy, throws into the ground. And they're having a bit of a box on there. Matthews is not too happy about it. This was picked up by DP and a minute ago. This could be a goal. It is. What a kick by DP and a minute ago. That's his second. And it's 13-14-92. Hawthorn of Footscray looking pretty sick at 3 goals, 8-26.
Lee Matthews unusually having a few words to the umpire, Bob.
Yes, and I see no reason why he should, personally, as we watch on replay. Coming in, Matthews tackled, thrown to the ground afterwards, and
I think his pride might have been hurt, Bob.
well, that'd be the only thing. And it is surprising, as Pete said, when it matters not to Hawthorn, though, because a wonderful goal to DP Domenico.
15 minutes into the third quarter, 92 plays 26 now in the qualifying final. It's Hawthorn getting it out of the centre. DP Domenico got one for his corner. Wallace takes the hand pass at half forward. Kennedy looks for Loveridge. Loveridge over the top to Byrne. Will he get there? Yes, no. He's kicked it, has he? Byrne. Goal. Well, the umpire took a while to give the all clear there. That's Byrne's second goal. Hawthorn 14-14-98. Footscray 3-8-26 is 26 now. So a few incidents in the third quarter. 16.25 minutes gone. Qualifying final action. Watts for Footscray up to half full. Schwab can't get there. Now he gets a favourable bounce, fires out a long hand pass to Loveridge. Loveridge gives it back to Morris. Morris at right half-back flank for Hawthorn. Goes the long kick Gets up towards centre wing position. The two number 4s again do battle. Russo and Hardy, but the ball's going to beat both of them. And DP Domenico with Hawkins as well out of bounds. It will be a boundary throw in as we approach the 17-minute mark of the term.
And it's 72 points the difference.
I think you said before, Lou, what a fine game Loveridge was playing.
Oh, he's a great little play. He's an old-fashioned rover too, Bob. I like his style. The ball is knocked out by Purser. Umpires found a free kick. It'll go to Purser for interference. Quick hand pass over to Royal. That's a hurried kick. That's put him off balance. Lester Smith has got the chance. Big balks that time. Sewell allowing Morris to take the mark out there at half-back. This fella's been a fine player too today. This bloke's had 6 marks and 18 possessions. Not a bad effort from the half-back flank position. The ball goes out over to Hawkins' head that time. Coming into meet it is Gordy. Gordy goes for a hand pass. Still in play. Good play on the part of Hawkins. Gets away from Brown. He's their best player by far. Over to Royal. Royal out there on the centre wing position. Shoots it up there towards the full centre half forward. Langford intercepts. The hand pass back to Swab. They're doing as they like down there in defence. They're getting no resistance from that attack. Purser goes for the mark. Couldn't hold it. Wallace bounced on top of the ball. And he won't give it away to anybody else. You can bet your life on that. McPherson with a hand pass. The ball kicked back by Foster over the half-forward line. As they go now for Daniels to take the mark on the point of the square.
He didn't have a look downfield. He had a player downfield in Jimmy Edmund, all on his own, but didn't have a look.
Well, he's got one there at centre half-forward, and Marley forgot about him. Finally, he gave it over to McLean, but Beasley under plenty of pressure there as we see Mew go for the big knockout. He's done a magnificent job down there at full-back. Mew too.
Hardy's been shifted to the forward line, Lou. They're trying to give some sort of a lift down there.
Matthews off, Buckenara on.
Waiting for the ball to come back into play as we approach the 18.5-minute mark of this third quarter. Knocked out by Beasley. Going into meet it now is Swab. Hardy's there too. He's just about pushed over the line. Jimmy Edmonds spins out of the pack, has a pot shot at goal, but it's through for 1 point. 3 goals, 9-27 Footscray. The Hawthorn 14-14, 98.
1-3 to Jimmy Edmund.
As he's had plenty of opportunities up there, Edmund has taken a number of good marks.
It was a pretty difficult shot, just the same.
Yes, he was right on the white line, wasn't he? Morris got one behind the head, no free kick. Picked up by Bandit. Good tackle, DP Domenico. When he tackles them, they stay tackled.
Well, that's the pattern they play. Every player in the Hawthorn side can tackle just as ferociously as he can, Pete. They all have a go.
I think a good example earlier was Dunstall up in the forward pocket.
That's right. He's had a bit of trouble with Hawkins today, but he's still in there pitching.
Well, Hawkins is a good player. He's, well, as you said, about their best player, isn't he?
I'd reckon.
Brereton. Good mark. Fine lead. Oops.
That mark is Brereton at his best, too. That's when he's playing his top football. He takes those marks, Pete.
Let's watch it again. Brereton's kick is not a particularly good one. To Buckenara on the Wallace, runs into his own teammate Russo, still fires out a long hand pass to Green. Will he get the bounce? He does. Gives the hand pass to Handley. Handley in trouble. Has he got the place to get clear? He has, but his shot at goal is off target and hit the post. And so 1 point to Hawthorn, 14-15, 99-39-27. Ball back into play from Daniels, out wide, looking for Hawkins, which is probably a good ploy because he's their best player. He'll get a free kick here for holding the man.
I think it was deliberate by DP a minute ago because
he was clear, wasn't he?
He was off and running, Hawkins, so a deliberate penalty.
Hawkins left half-back flank. The centre wing. At the back, Brereton, great mark.
Now, it's a marvellous thing that mark he took before, but might just give him the confidence he's been lacking lately.
He's certainly a confidence player. Green. He might be just 3 or 4 for Hawthorn too. Byrne and Kennedy. Oh, Byrne! Great grab. Now, Michael Byrne's kicking. He can kick them a country mile or they could go 2 metres. His hand passes are excellent. Probably the best exponent of handball in the VFL since Polly Farmer. Now, we'll wait on his kicking.
Not a doubt.
That one is what? A point. You meant for a behind, Bob, didn't you?
I meant for a goal, isn't it?
Does nonetheless bring up to 100, 14-16, 100 to 39-27.
Hardy off, Peart on.
I can't understand taking Brad Hardy off.
Loveridge off, Robertson on.
Purser over the top. Wallace at, well, right centre wing, actually. He's fairly well up from the half-back line. Lester Smith and Sewell both miss it. Picked up by Edmund, gets around Ayres. Edmund up towards full forward. Lambert, here's the chance. Goal to Peart. Couldn't miss from 1 metre out. Good play, Bandit. Footscray's 4th goal. 4-9-33 to 14-16-100.
Well, that move came off.
First goal for the quarter. and 21 and a half minutes have gone. So on replay now, we see Edmund putting it forward. Swab almost taking the mark. Bamblett tapping the ball forward. There we see the explosive speed over about 5 or 10 metres of Bamblett into the goal square to Peart. And there's Peart coming on, and within seconds of coming on, kicking a goal.
Okay, just on the 22-minute mark of this third quarter. It's 67 points the difference in favour of the Hawthorn. Ready for the centre bounce. It'll be Langford against Purser, and Langford's done a pretty good job here today against the big fellow for Footscray. Got the knockout again. It's a beauty over there to Robertson. Back it goes to Wallace. Hawthorn go back into attack, and this is the third mark he's taken so far in about 5 minutes. Brereton goes another short pass, and it's a ripper. Marked here by Dunstall about 35 to 40 metres out from goal, and Dunstall's already kicked 2.
And hit the post once.
There's the pass.
The replay shows a glorious pass there by Brereton.
Well, Brereton coming back into form in this third quarter. There's the kick by Dunstall. Let's see the result. I think he's got it through for a goal. Here's for goal number 3.
Seemingly impossible position to tip out Carlton in the elimination final at VFL Park. Today, Footscray really needed a miracle if they were to defeat the Hawks in the qualifying final. At three-quarter time, Hawthorn led by 59 points as we go now to the final stanza of the match.
6 in the third quarter. Certainly a better turn by Footscray. The umpire has stopped play, and it will be a free kick going Footscray's way, and it will go to big Andrew Purser from the centre circle. Only possession number 6 for the big Footscray ruckman though. Up to half forward, kick dropping a little bit short. The chances for Lester Smith. Up to Ayres and turn to Morris. Doesn't get a good bounce. He gets offloaded. Mayland. Long handball to Wallace. Could be in trouble, and is. Speed. Likewise in trouble, grabbed too high. Now he put the head down, and a good decision. And it will be a Footscray free kick at right half forward flank. Alan Daniels to take the free kick. Long way from goal. Plenty of distance in the kick nonetheless. The back Morris, got one round the shoulder, but the umpire doesn't play any free kick there. Wallace dispossessed pretty quickly. And Footscray really playing like Bulldogs at the moment. Now to Daniels again. Daniels, will he get around Eade? He does. Looks for a hand pass. Caught holding the ball. Held it for a fortnight.
Back into trouble, Pete.
The advantage Rule played. Yes, he did. Handley comes out of it well. Looks for Buckenara. Too long for him, but he gets the bounce. Have to get rid of it quickly. Does so. Brereton marks in front. Got one at the back. Foster. And a real scramble out there. Left half forward flank for Hawthorn. It will be a bounce. Bounce at Hawthorn's left half forward flank. Early in the final quarter. Purser to Wallace. Wallace's kick. Langford. Wobbles it down to half forward. Deep into Domenico. Breaks the tackle from Foster well. Gives the hand pass to Brereton. Brereton steadies 35 metres from goal and has put it through for a Hawthorn major. Brereton second. Good play from DP Domenico. 16-16. 112 to 6-11-47.
Also a fine play from Chris Langford. Langford now from the centre with a left foot kick. And DP Domenico taking the bit between the teeth, attacked the ball, didn't worry about the bounce, trapped it beautifully, a hand pass to Brereton and a goal.
Just on 2.5 minutes gone of this last quarter. And the difference now 65 points in favour of Hawthorn, so they've got a job ahead of them, Footscray, to whittle that lead down. Purser against Langford. Knocked out by Purser, grabbed by Royal at the centre bounce. Clears away up towards the wing position to have another bounce. Kicks the ball over the half-forward line. Morris comes in, he gets under the ball, so does Mew. It's grabbed here now by Peart. Back to Mayland and plenty of trouble, but scoops around his opponent that time. A short pass. It's a bad one there to Edwin. Couldn't pick it up. Mew backing up well, goes for hand pass. Looking for Morris, but it beat him for the... well, it actually beat him that time and trickled over the line and out of bounds, about 30 metres around from the Footscray goal. They're trailing by 65 points. Knocked out by Peart. Mew overruns the ball, but pouncing on it now there is, let me see, I think it might be Swab, yes. Give Beasley a chance to grab it, and the umpire will ball it up about 15 metres out from the Footscray goal. This defence of Hawthorn's today has been magnificent. Haven't let the breeze through. Swab's grab, but gets a kick. He's put it out of bounds on the far, landed inside the line. So the umpire will throw it in from that forward pocket position for Footscray, about 25 metres around from their goal. Won't give him much breathing space, this defensive Hawthorn. Just knocked back there now. Loyal's got a chance to score. Has a go at the goal. That's not a bad sort of a kick either. I think it'll be a goal. It is. That's a nice goal to Royal. That's his first, just on the 4-minute mark of this last quarter. 16-16, 112. Hawthorn of Footscray, 7-11-53.
It's a nice goal by Brian Royal. It hasn't been often today that he's been able to really get clear of Robert Handley, but he did on that occasion and was able to straighten up, and that's just what Footscray need, but they need a few more of them.
Well, the difference is still 59 points.
59 points in favour of Hawthorn. Brian Royal bringing up his first goal with that excellent snapshot. Purser at Langford. It goes to Handley. Handley's kick a short one up to half forward. The mark taken by Kellett, or was it a mark? He's paid it. Kellett goes out wide. McPherson, has he got it juggled in front of Robertson? He has. McPherson from right centre wing. Short pass. Malin in front of Buckenara takes the grab. Footscray looking a little bit better now. Perhaps not before time. Malin straight down the ground. Morris in front. At the back, Wallace. Oh, fumbles. He'll still get it though. Wallace, will he have a shot? He does. Over his shoulder in towards the 10-metre square. Great mark down there to Peart.
It's a good mark.
As I said earlier, it's asking a lot of Peart to play centre-half forward in these conditions. But the one thing you can never deny about Neil Peart is that he gives his heart and soul.
Well, you have to fall over to miss it. He's only about 3 metres out. And he will be when he kicks it. He's kicked one already, and that was from a similar distance. You don't mind. Deserved better, that. It was a great mark, but it's a point. No, it's out of bounds. Let's watch the mark again, Bob. A great grab, wasn't it?
Yes, we see Peart coming across, juggling the ball, but no doubt an excellent mark. Unfortunately for Hedo, the kick not up to the mark.
Lester Smith has the free kick for Hawthorn. Towering punt kick towards the outer side. He's looking for Morris out there. At the back, Purser spoiled him. Edmund in front. Robertson gathers it in for Hawthorn on the boundary line. Nearly went over it, actually. On to Langford at left centre wing. Langford a short pass, or DP a minute ago fell over at the crucial moment. He still might come out with it. He does. He'll fire out the hand pass. Intercepting though is Hawkins. Got one too high. Oops, a daisy. He's okay, but I wouldn't like to be in the receiving end of that.
Quite a really good game, Hawkins, Bobby.
Oh, he's an excellent player. He's got exceptional talent. It's been a fine duel.
9 marks to Edmund. Peart again. Decides to play on this time and goes for the long shot in towards the 10-metre square. Mew. It's the ball clear, only just. He needs some support here. Green provides it. Green looks for a hand pass. Hawthorn defending desperately. Schwab. Ball bouncing up towards the centre wing position. Russo at the crucial moment. Will he fire out a hand pass? He does. Looks for Green. Green and Wallace are there for Hawthorn. On towards Eade at right half forward flank. Out to Schwab. Schwab gathers it in beautifully. Schwab goes for the pass, and Brereton doesn't let him down.
And he's going, now he's gone for a pass. A short one over there to DP a minute ago. Grabbed it, he goes down. It goes McPherson. Well, he's hooked, or has the ball hooked away by Byrne. He's put it through. That's his third. 118 in the last quarter of the qualifying final of the 1985. The ball knocked out that time by Purser. Comes back out wide. Oh, Royal went into his own man that time. He spoiled him. Morris picks it up there at centre-half back. Back it goes now towards the centre-half forward position. Oh, they all flew up a bit earlier. Buckenara going over the pack. Kicked down there by Loveridge up there towards the full forward position. A chance now for Dunstan in the front posse. Ford's right after him. He can't get clear. Now he's clear. A hand pass coming back to Wallace, but picked up by Kennedy. A hurried kick out there, and Hawkins takes the mark at half back. Quick hand pass coming over now to McLean. He's got a chance to go for a bit of a sprint around the boundary line here. Up towards the wing position. Sends it back now to Sewell. Sewell out there at centre wing position now, ready to go for a long. Now he's gone for a pass. Over to McLean again, but they're taking the long way home, Footscray. Beasley in front, flies. He and Bablet crash. It's Edmund coming in with a hand pass back to Bablet. This could be a goal. Yes, another goal of Footscray. So they're fighting back to a certain degree, Bob.
Oh, they're still in their pitching, Lou. You can't say that they're throwing in the towel by any stretch of the imagination. They're trying their heart out, but Hawthorn are just a better side today. They have outclassed Footscray in all facets of the game, and even the Footscray players who have been on top, players such as Hawkins, have still had the real pressure applied to them, and Di Pierdomenico has been an excellent player, even though Hawkins has done a fine job.
9.5 minutes gone at the last quarter. 59 points still the difference in favour of Hawthorn at the centre bounce again. Purser against Langford. Knocked out by Purser. Comes back here to Mann and fumbled the ball. Well, that's been the pattern they play all day as it finally comes out to Wallace. His kicker's over the half-forward line, down there towards Dunstall and Ford, taken away by Buckenara. Back it goes to Russell. Beautiful spin out of the pack and a short pass to Buckenara. His kicker's well smothered. There's a go for Robertson. Back to Buckenara again. That's smothered. Plenty of smothering going on by Footscray as Callett goes down. Still a bit of a scrimmage developing out there, and the ball finally out of bounds about 40 metres around from the Hawthorn goal.
Great smothering there by Footscray, because the reason Buckenara was trying to get it forward so quickly was that there were two players in the square for Hawthorn.
Matthews coming back on for Hawthorn. Byrne fires it out to Buckenara. Buckenara has a shot. Won't quite make the distance. Out comes Brereton. Can't take the mark. Buckenara again overrunning the ball. He'll look for a hand pass this time. Finds one to Loveridge. Loveridge tries to get it back to Byrne. Byrne getting it down to a small man. Di Pierdomenico couldn't quite take it. It comes out to Brian Cordy towards the half-back line. Daniels in front of Rodney Eade. Handley couldn't mark it, but tried to get it away from Royal. Couldn't do so. Royal. Right half-back to Footscray. Short pass in towards centre field. Picked up by Wallace now. Wallace goes with the long kick down the half-forward. Out comes Ayres for Hawthorn and takes a safe mark in defence. Gary Ayres, left half-back flank for Hawthorn. Short passes on to Langford. Green. Loveridge, you have to get rid of it quickly. Beasley right there. Langford. Long kick, I think, might be the order of the day.
They're starting to fiddle around a little bit too much, I think, aren't they?
Lester Smith takes the mark in front of McPherson. 9 marks and 20 possessions to Rod Lester-Smith, and he decides to go for the long ball, trying to find Brereton or Matthews. Matthews got one a little bit too high, comes out of it well. Snapshot for goal is off target, though, and puts it through for only 1 point. One behind with the Hawthorn skipper, kicked at the 12-minute mark of the quarter. He's kicked 1-4 now, as Di Pierdomenico takes a rest in front of the trainers. Missed out there by Bahaja. The opportunity for Buckenara to West Australia is doing battle. Picked up by Byrne. He's already kicked 3 goals. Gets it back to Matthews. Matthews breaks one tackle, fires at goals and puts through his second. A good move by Alan Jeans, bringing Matthews back on, and probably, Bob, that's the best way to use Matthews now.
I think at this stage of his career, most certainly. And it was good play by Buckenara and Byrne to get it out to Matthews. And well, let's face it, no matter how good you are, and there's been no greater player ever play than Leigh Matthews, age must take its toll on the legs as you come along, and if they can use him in that manner, I agree with you, Pete, excellent.
We saw that yesterday when Carlton tired. A lot of their older players just couldn't play 4 quarters, Lou.
That's right.
125 to 59 in the qualifying final. Purser to Wallace. Wallace has kicked to McLean. McLean marking, still inside the square, goes for the hand pass. Running past is Hawkins. Hawkins' kick is very high. Beasley, Lester-Smith and a few others as well. Edmund hooks it into the goal square. Peart and Ayres. Ayres goes towards the boundary. Paddled out by Eade. Loveridge. Langford, a little bit too high for him. McPherson's there right there with him on the wing. Or Robertson. Well, he suffered off the ground but not successful. The ball booted back towards Bahaja and Lester-Smith. Backing up for Hawthorn as Eade. He'll look for Wallace. Wallace on centre wing. Has had 1 million possessions today, so it would seem. Down to half forward. Brereton just about got the mark. Foster tries to punch it clear. Russo and Callett neither making any headway. A holding the man decision going to Russo. He'll take the free kick at left half forward.
It's about 70 metres out from goal, just on the 14-minute mark of this last quarter. There's Brereton flying over the top of the pack, but he might play the mark to Hanley. Let's see what he's doing with it. He's going to give it to Brereton, and he's well within kicking distance. He's had 9 marks for the day and already kicked 2 goals. Yeah, that's Brereton's mark.
coming back to a bit of form.
Well, I think that mark he took there before, Pete, seemed to give him a lot of confidence in that third quarter. And
He couldn't come back at a better time of the year.
no, that's right. And as Bob mentioned a couple of times during this commentary, that centre half forward's a vital position, particularly in the finals. There's the kick by Brown. That's a good one, a goal. The difference now 72 points. And they're looking really good today. 19-17, 131. To Footscray, 8 goals, 11-59.
Off to a very, very good start, 6-5 to 2-3 in the first quarter. And they almost wrapped the game up in the second term when they added a further 5 goals, 6 to Footscray's 1 goal, 2. And again in the final term, Hawthorn coming right away to win 155 to 62, 93 points in favour of Hawthorn, and they should be very confident about going in against Essendon next week. Footscray have to front up in the first semi-final. We'll be back with statistics and match interviews after this break. You're watching Sevens League, and we check the match statistics now from this afternoon's game at the MCG. And as you can see, Hawthorn on top in pretty well all departments. They had 40 more kicks than Footscray. In the marks, it was 102 to 60, so 42 in favour of Hawthorn. The frees, marginally in favour of Footscray. The handballs, Hawthorn almost double. They had 66 more handballs than Footscray. The hit-outs, 38 to 25, so Footscray on top by 13. And the shots at goal, Hawthorn on top by 21. Goal kickers this afternoon. First of all for Hawthorn, Jason Dunstall finished up with 5, 3 to Byrne and Brereton, and 2 each to Matthews, DiPiedomenico, Wallace and Handley. And for Footscray, their major goal kicker this afternoon was Bandit with 2, and Beasley also with 2 in singles to Edmund, McPherson, Royal and Pearce. After the match, Peter Donegan went to the Hawthorn rooms and he spoke to Hawthorn star centreman Terry Wallace, and Wallace today finishing up with 40 possessions.
Very one of your best team performances for the season, I'd imagine, today.
Yeah, it was terrific. Everybody from the backs through the centre players and the forwards all put in, and I didn't think there was a player out there that didn't earn his spot today.
Were you surprised with the lack of opposition you got from Footscray?
Oh, I wouldn't say it was lack of opposition. I'm feeling pretty sore and sorry for myself now, but I just think that we got our running game going very well today, and when we get that moving pretty well, it's hard to sort of stop it really.
Obviously, one thing that Alan Jeans has been working on is fitness, because the further the game went, the better you looked.
Yeah, well, I think once again, when we run the ball like that, we look like we're actually fitter than what we are, because we get blokes sort of leading by themselves and it draws the player to them, so they always seem like they're out by themselves running on. But our fitness is good. We've made sure we've worked on it fairly hard throughout the season. You
said that you're feeling a bit sick and sorry. I'd imagine one part of you that would be very sore would be your foot, because you just knocked up getting kicks.
Oh, I don't know about that so much, but look, Footscray are a hard side to play at any stage. They really put it to you all the time, and even at the 25-minute mark of the last quarter, they were still putting their bodies in and competing all day.
Looking forward to Essendon next week?
Certainly are, yes. We've had some great clashes with Essendon over the last couple of years, and no doubt that next week will be the same.
Right, Terry, good luck. Well done today.
Thank you.
The ball to their coach, Mickey Malthouse.
Mick, how much do you put that defeat down to lack of experience?
Oh, I suppose it's an easy way to take the easy way out and say it's experience, but I thought we encountered a Hawthorn side that has been as good as I've seen for a long time, and the boys just didn't handle the pressure too well at all, unfortunately.
Were there any positive things to come out of the game as far as Footscray are concerned?
Well, number one is people can no longer say we haven't got finals experience. It's a terrible way of getting finals experience, so in a drubbing of 16 goals. So I'm disappointed. The players are bitterly disappointed in their performances. The only thing is that we've worked hard enough to get the double chance, and we require the double chance to stay in the finals race.
It seemed to me your forward line very early, as an outsider looking, it seemed to be very crowded, and it didn't seem to give Beasley all that much room.
Yes, that's correct. I thought the way we brought the ball into the forward line was haphazard. It was due to a lot of course, good play by Hawthorn up on their forward line, also across their centre line, and it just didn't give us a chance to set play up the way we wanted.
Well, Jim, things started off on the wrong foot. There seemed to be a tremendous amount of fumbling, particularly early in the game. Was due to nerves, do you think?
Yeah, we didn't handle the ball very well early on. We missed a couple of easy opportunities because of that. Their backmen played well, and their players running into their backline took the ball away very, very well.
It seemed to me that Andrew Purser didn't have the same influence on this game, and that had a big effect on the result.
Yeah, Andrew wasn't up to his usual high standard. Let's hope he can bounce back next week.
Footscray skipper Jim Edmund speaking to Peter McKenna after today's game at the MCG. Let's check the other results from the cricket ground today. And first of all, the Army Reserve Cup turned out like this, and Hawthorn, who held second position for most of the year, went down to Melbourne today in a surprise result, 16-19, 115 to Hawthorn, 12-11-83. In the under-19 game today, Richmond were too good for Hawthorn, winning 24-15, 159 to Hawthorn, 17-10, 112. Leading goal kickers after today's round of matches, Simon Beasley, still requiring 5 for the ton. He got only 2 this afternoon, and as I said, he needs 5 for that magic 100. Maybe it will be next week in the first semi-final. Next Saturday, second semi-final between Essendon and Hawthorn will be at VFL Park, match time 2:30. In the reserves, the Army Reserve Cup, the second semi-final between Essendon and Hawthorn, and the under-19s is between Hawthorn and Carlton. Those games, of course, at VFL Park as well. On Sunday, the first semi-final, Footscray and North Melbourne at the MCG. Game time is 2:30. And the other matches on Sunday, the Army Reserve Cup game is between Carlton and Melbourne, and the under-19s between North Melbourne and Richmond. A big weekend of football again coming up on 7. We certainly hope you can join us for that. Hope you enjoyed our replay tonight, and let's conclude this evening's program with some further highlights of the 1985 qualifying final.
Distance, persiflages, couldn't hold the mark. Loveridge goes in, spreading his way through the packers. Russell, he's put it through for their first goal.
Gets around forward, not a good hand pass to Matthews. Matthews may make amends. The foot snaps off the Hawthorn skipper. Looks good, Hawthorn second. That was almost a throw too. Picked up by Wallace. Snapshot is just about there. It's a goal.
Position off the top of the pack. Brereton scoop. This is the goal for sure. Oh, good play on the part of Brereton.
Oh, so far, Bandit and Schwab. Bandit, great recovery. He'll kick a goal from there. Make no mistake about that.
It's a great recovery, Pete. He bumbled the ball, but he kicks it off the ground. Coming in to meet it now is Dunstall. Oh, this is good play. He'll get a goal out of it. Oh, that's brilliant play on the part of Dunstall.
Kennedy looks for Loveridge. Loveridge over the top to Byrne. Will he get there? Yes, no. He's kicked it, has he? Byrne. Goal. Bandit, here's the chance. Goal to Peart. Couldn't miss from 1 metre out. Good play, Bandit. Footscray's fourth goal. Looks for a hand pass. Peart. Bandit. Goal. No touch through.
Over the line.
Runs through. Over the line. Well, what bad luck for Footscray, because Bandit again making the play.
Might have hurt himself too. He hit the post.
Breaks the tackle from Foster well. Gives the hand pass to Brereton. Brereton steadies 35 metres from goal and has put it through for a Hawthorn major.
Down out, Lawyer's got a chance to score. There's a go at the goal. That's not a bad sort of a kick either. I think it'll be a goal. It is. Person. Well, he's hooked, or has the ball hooked away by Byrne. He's put it through. That's his third. It's Edmund coming in with a hand pass back to Bandit. This could be a goal. Yes, another goal of Footscray. So they're fighting back to a certain degree, Bob.
Byrne's already kicked 3 goals, gets it back to Matthews. Matthews breaks 1 tackle, fires at goals and puts through his second.
Oh, will it find Dunstall on the front posse? Gets his end, it'll be a goal, I'd reckon. Yes, sir, that's a ripper.